Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Oh, crazy, crazy. Not gonna be too long. Just a big run around today and stuff. It's just one of those days of running around and getting things done. So, gonna be quick on here. Oh, good morning, Charlene. And not gonna be too long. There is, I said Thursday is going to be, yesterday, a crazy day. And when you look at the news wise, it was definitely crazy. You look at, as we're going into the weekend, um, we're heading into I'm going to say a weather storm. I mean, yeah, we do have Mercury moving quickly. We have, and the Mercury Sun Gazini is going to happen today. So we have that's going on. We have this Venus moving fast. Mars is moving quite fast, and so is Jupiter going fast. Jupiter is going to move extremely fast because it's going to go up to 21 degrees and then retrograde back this year. So it is moving at a very fast, at a very fast pace for Jupiter. I mean, the only thing that we have retro right now is Pluto, and Pluto going to the very, creeping into where he's going to go into Capricorn. And that's, when we look at that energy of where it's going to be going and what's going to be happening. I mean, 29 degrees is of Capricorn is the degree of, I'm going to say, the degree of greed. It's a degree where I need to have this, I need to have that, I need to have it all. Um oh. Oh, I didn't even know my phone rang. So, but that is funny. But it is that degree of, having to have, right? And that's, how many people have the latest iPhone or computer or the latest appliances or having the latest of whatever. That's for that 29 degrees, and we're going back to that 29 degrees of Pluto. And it is that as we are coming into um the transition and the changes and everything, and with Neptune at the very end of Pisces, it is diabolical. Like, it is like there is, when I said there's water issues that are going to be happening, I mean, Miami had sort of a flash flood of, of a rainfall. Another Maine or something burst in Calgary here, which I think is hilarious. Um, and you're going to be finding more of that. Oh, also in Ohio, they're complaining about all the fracking and all the water usage that's happening with all the fracking. Because you need to do the fracking, you need a lot of water. So a lot of water, a lot of excess water being used. And so you have a lot of, farmers that are complaining. They don't have the water, they don't have the essence. But here's the flip side. And I said, as I said yesterday, is it good or is it bad? How many of us have a smartphone, right? Where are all the parts for the smartphone coming from, right? I mean, with lithium batteries, you like them, you hate them, they're horrible, I don't want them, they're not environmental, blah blah blah. But how many have a smartphone computer because they all have lithium? The thing is that they last longer. They may not be very good for the environment, but neither is AA batteries, right? So there is this balance that we are having to make. Right now they're complaining about the rainforest. Back in 2019, I said, the rainforest is going to be the least of your problems because the rainforest was on fire. Still on fire. Just don't hear about it. And the decrease of the rainforest and stuff. So there is this balance, and I think as humans, we have to look at what that balance is within our world and within our own lives, and what that looks like for you and me. Now, it there are necessities, there's needs that we all need within our world, and because we are now a society that works on other things like electricity, gas, oil, all of those types of things. I mean, this is all part of our world. This is what we are um, reliant upon. If we don't have that, what kind of, are you able to survive, kind of thing. So we have this transitioning that's happening within the world. And I feel like people have to awaken to understand and have the respect of what it is that they have, and what they use, right? And how they use it. And this is where, especially with the transition and changes that are coming in, we're going to have to wake up to all of that. A lot of people don't like that. And then they get mad. And then you get, you know, where as we're heading into the summer solstice is next week. We have a full moon on the summer solstice and it's in Capricorn. It is going to be a very, again, the word diabolical is coming in, weekend that we are going to be heading into. Not only this weekend, but next weekend as well. It's going to be a weekend where there is going to be a lot of people trying to figure shit out, or getting lost in things that maybe they should take a middle road to, um, and not go so far one side or the other side. It's like trying to find that middle ground on, so that you can build what it is that you need to build. Um, my fear is people going so far to the left or to the right that they are blindsided by what is coming in and the truth that is being shown up. The biggest thing that you're going to be hearing a lot about is, and it came out in Newsweek, I think it was, about UFOs and about aliens. So a lot of information coming out about aliens. Um, that there's aliens around us, that aliens are on the moon, and that we have, and that there's different types of aliens, and they even talked about fairies and gnomes, and as such also being that of alien form as well too, which is quite interesting. So there's a lot of, all of this information's coming. I feel like there's just it gets to a point where you're just in total overload, from the environment, from the war, to inflation, to aliens are among us, to everything. Like, you just get so overloaded to all of this coming forth, or it's coming, across your feed, or information that you are, and it may not, I mean, a lot of you like, I don't watch the news. You don't have to watch the news to hear about shit. I mean, half of you guys watch TikTok. I'd say more than 90% of you watch TikTok. So you're getting shit off TikTok. You're getting shit off Instagram. So it's coming in different ways. Whether you don't sit down and watch CNN or CBC or CTV or whatever, you're still getting some form of information or news from different sources. And this source, and this is where, again, this is where it's like, we need to come into that place of discernment. We need to come into a place where you are not getting into overload, because we are going to be coming into, whew, you know, heavy overload and heavy frustration with it all, because you feel like, I can't do anything. What can I do? I can't do anything. That there's like 11 MPs sitting in the Liberal caucus or Liberal Party that are supposedly, allegedly, under scrutiny of treason. Like, I can yell and complain and call my MP, and, you know, like, what the hell's going on here? To um People are freaking out about, it's funny, people are freaking out about Putin going on, off the coast of Florida. Do you know that he informed the United States that he is going into Cuba? Like, he actually informed, he said, hey, we're going into Cuba. We have our nuclear powered submarines, nuclear powered. They're not nuclear, um, they don't have the nuclear devices on them. And all of these crazy information all came out. Um, it's it is where, because more information has come in for me and I have to really cipher through it. on a lot that is going to be uncovered over the next several months, and how the world is going to partake in that, right? Is going to be a huge one. I'm sure struggling with this silly world and all the energies. Thank you for being a touchstone mama. You're very welcome, Lexi. And it again, the word diabolical and discernment is coming in very strongly. And having that within yourself is a very, very, very important piece. And this things that are coming in, and I'm not going to really discuss them right now here on an open media, um, because they are going to be there are a lot that's coming in is going to be life changing for people. And this is where, again, we got to make sure you have your communities. And this is not to go out in the back 40, because the thing is, you could go out in the back 40, but hey, if your generator needs gas, where are you getting the gas from? You still have to be where you are going to have some local facilities. You still need to be within range of local facilities for things. You can't just think that you're going to be out back in the boonies and you're going to be a-okay. And that's the other part that people have to realize. You're going to have to that's where, connection with community, with services, how to connect with those community and services that you have in and around where you live, and having access to those local services. So this is getting to know people, even though you don't like them. Getting to know who's at your local bank, who's the local teller, who's that, that you see them. You go in there on Fridays or Saturday or whatever you go into. You say, "Hey, hi, how are you? I'm going to just deposit some money, or I'm just taking out." Getting your face known, local Safeway or wherever you shop. Get to know them. Get to know them. Um, call them by name. They got a name tag on. That's the whole thing, is those connections with people is going to be, even those that aren't in your in your close circle or what have you. But yeah, oh right, I know Katie from so and so, or I know John. John's absolutely fabulous. Yeah, I met John at blah blah blah. Those things are going to be coming very important over the coming months, because some of those people might have information that you need, or you might be doing, "Oh, I need to get blah blah blah. Oh, hey, yeah, my uncle sells that. I'll hook you up. I'll just I'll text him right now and let him know I'm going to give him your info," or whatever. Those are the types of things that are going to be so important, as we step forward in a lot of the crazy changes that are coming in, and especially here in Canada. I mean, people think that they're safe here. There's there's shit coming down the chute that a lot of Canadians aren't prepared for. And this is where, again, this is why it's so important to make sure that you have, and just, it feels like my guides are just stressing this so fucking much, that connection is big. Connection is big. And having that connection is really big. Now, as to the water thing is going to be ongoing, especially with as long as Neptune is at this 29 degrees, and even though he's going to retrograde, um, he's going to retrograde, but he's still going to go up to that 29, back to that 20, and dip into Aries later on. That's not going to be for a while, but hovering at the degrees where he's just at the edge of the cliff. And that's where a lot of people are going to be feeling that you're at the edge of the cliff. Like, I'm at the edge of the cliff. It's like, oh my God. It's like you're almost standing on your tiptoes, and you're just balancing like a ballerina at the edge. And as you're balancing at the edge, am I going to go? Am I going to fall? And then it retrogrades back. So it's it's kind of, because it's like, how I look at the zodiac is like, you start with the spring, and then you sort of you do this incline all the way up to Pisces, and then it's like boom, back into the spring kind of thing. So we're at this cliff hanger piece, and then we're going to be going into the summer solstice, and which is Cancer season. So if you want water, baby, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a hell of a lot of fucking water in many different ways that are going to be coming in. So check your plumbing in your house. Check for any leaks that are in your house. You might not think you have leaks, but you just don't know. You just don't know. Maybe there's a tap that drips. Maybe you need to put rocks in the back of your toilet kind of thing. Maybe there's, something to do with your sprinkler system. I don't know. Dishwasher. I don't know. These are just things that I'm going to throw out at people because we don't even use our dishwasher in our house here. Um, uh, it's just I won't use it. Um, I wash everything by hand here. So, but anyways, so just check all of those things out. I got to get going. I got to go pick up Mateus. It's going to touch. Just wanted to touch in quickly here with all of you, and maybe I'll touch in again a little bit this afternoon. But definitely get your connections, and that's going to be a big one um, over the summertime. So, anyways, I want you all to have a fabulous, fabulous day. Oh, my sale, 3 readings, $200. Um, honestly, it is something that I know. I just think people have to get it. You have them in your pocket. Usually when you get your first reading, you have a hell of a lot of questions, and then you got your second reading. So, there you go. 3 readings, $200. I got to go. Mr. Tracy's going up the stairs. So, I'll talk to you all later. Have a blessed one, everyone. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.